Welcome back, everybody. Today is the sixth week, and let's move on by creating a folder, and I called this week 6. Okay, today we are going to learn list comprehension. List comprehension dot py. Yeah, by now you are actually familiar with Python, right? Of course you should. You know why you learn Python, because it's a very good programming language. It's easy to learn and it's very popular. It's a very huge community. You can use it in the backend. You can use it for machine learning, data science, data visualization, data analysis, data exploration, just to modify, to transform, to clean data. Or for desktop application, you can use Python for many purposes. What are actually something you should know about Python? You should know how to declare a variable, yeah? You should know the data types of Python. That is actually numbers. Numbers could be int, it could be a float or complex, right? Yeah. And we have also string data types, Boolean data types, and list data types, tuples, and set the dictionary. These are actually the main or core data types. Yep. And something you should also actually built-in functions. Built-in functions, for instance, the print function itself is a built-in function. The input, yeah, or just to round some numbers to the closest. A list, just to create an empty list, so the list goes on. Yeah, these are built-in functions. And then we have learned also operators. Operators could be arithmetic operators, arithmetic operators, or it could be comparison operators or logical operators. Yeah, these are also very important. Then we learn strings very well, and string methods. Yeah, string methods are very important to manipulate. So we can use dot upper, dot lower, yeah, and maybe title, dot title. There are many string methods, if you remember. So then you can refer. If you want to know, you just go back and refer from the previous lessons. And we learned about list and the list methods. And we learned about actually conditionals. It's very important. Conditionals means we can say if, or maybe if, if. These are the conditionals in Python. Then we learn actually loops. Loops, we have actually while and for loop in Python. Then we learned about functions, right? Functions are very important because we can actually put state of codes together and we can do a certain task using that function. So to make a code reusable and maintainable, we can create functions. Yeah. So we were talking about here built-in function, but here we are talking about custom functions, function that we create. Then we learned also lambda function, and then higher order function, and then functional programming. Functional programming, we learn map, reduce, or filter, right? Yes. And then finally, we learned about modules, how to create modules, how to create modules and importing modules. And today we will learn list comprehension. Great. What's this list comprehension? It's an easy and a very good performant. It performs well and it also uses less memory. For instance, if you have nums and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I want you to map this to 1, 4, 6, 8, 10. Do you see any pattern here, guys? What's the pattern? What's the relation between the original and this output? If I want you to give me this output, how do you create this? You should new nums, empty, and then I can say for num in the nums. First, let's see by printing one of the num, like every now and then, and let's run. As you can see, I managed to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but how about if we multiply this by 2? As you can see, I got this, but I have to append this value now and then, right? Instead of just printing out new nums dot append this value. And then but by the end, print new nums because that's the new nums we created. Let's see. Oh yeah, do you think this is what we were looking for? Yes. So this is one way to do it. Yep. And it's a long way to do it. Undo. Yeah, now let's comment this out. Another way of doing the same thing. How about if we use map? Do you remember map? New. I can say map and then lambda function x and then x times 2. And then we have to pass the list. This is how it goes, right? Of course, then I have to assign this new nums. And if I print new nums, let's see what we get. We get actually a map object. So because map gives you a kind of a map object, so we have to change it to a list. Now I should get, is it what we are looking for, guys? Yes. So which do you prefer, this one or this one? This looks neat, right? It's a one-liner, yeah? Okay, even we can go more. Okay, another way, there is this. We can just say for n in nums or whatever num, I can say n times, num times 2. And you can again save this new nums. We call this list comprehension. As you can see, we are looping it and putting it in a list. And let's see, print new nums. Again, we got the same value. And today we are learning this. How about if we are interested only the maybe now, if I am interested in evens, let's see. I can change this to evens. And I just return the num itself like this, but I have to add a condition. If num divided by 2, and if the remainder is 0, that means even, right? So evens, as you can see. Oh yeah, the evens. Can we do the same for odds? Yeah, you can copy this and you do a little bit change. I can say odds, and then of course this should be different from 0, and then odds, and then let's just run this. 1, 3, and 5. Yep, as you can see. Great. Now let's do something different. We have this countries list or something somewhere, and let's make use of those. I think I should get somewhere a list of countries. No, it's funny today. It's not. Maybe set list. Yep. Okay, now for instance, again, we have list of countries, and if I want to filter out Finland from, oh, I mean the countries with land, I can say for C in countries, right? I can say print C, and I'm printing every country now, right? Yeah, but I can use if land in C, print now C, the country. As you can see now, it's only Finland and Iceland. How about if way, one of the country got a Y, so that's Norway, as you can see. So, but can we do the same with now with this list comprehension? Let's do for C or country in countries, and then I can say C, but of course if land in C. So as you can see, we can add conditions like this. So it's so I can assign these countries with land. So now let's print countries with land should be, oh yeah, that's beautiful, right? So this list compression allow us to do quite similar to filter, because here we managed to filter only the odds, and here the evens. And here, as you can see, we managed to filter countries with land. And if you want without land, countries with land, I can say without land. And then we can say for C in countries, if land not in C. What's the problem? Yeah, I have to call C here. Then let's see. I think I have to say with, without, or with. As you can see, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark are countries without land. Yep. Do you have any question? So this is very powerful, and yeah. This is very powerful. So you without writing long code like this, or without using any kind of map or filter, you can do this. Yeah, can we sum all the numbers together? Yeah, it's possible to sum them up also, but I think summing it might not be the best use case, but something like this is good. Do you have any question to ask? Maybe just to answer the question I asked you to find a function that that take unlimited number of arguments. So let's say def sum all nums. I just call it random. I give it a random name. So this is args, and then let's print the args. What do we get in the args? I want to show you what's happening here. Now, sum of all nums. And let's invoke it without any argument here. Okay. If you click over here, I should get a tuple, empty tuple. How about if I just paint a 20 or again a 30, 100 and 20 again? Oh yeah, as you can see, I got tuples of the arguments I passed here. So I'm getting a tuple. So actually we can say, hey, total, can you be 0 for the time being? And then for item or number in args, then I say total is equal to total plus the item. And then at the end, we return the total. Now, since we are not printing this yet, we have to just check. I'm expecting this to gather actually 30, 60, 180, right? Yes, 180. So if you add like more 20, and now and again this, so I'm expecting 300, right? Great. Yeah, so this is how how to create a function that takes unlimited number of arguments. So list comprehension is so easy. You can use it with the you just create a loop and you can have an if function or not. But actually, as you can see here, also we just doubled it. If you want to make it square, you can just square, as easy as that. Or for instance, you remember at some point we were creating, for instance, let me show you, for countries in countries. I thought we had countries. Why it's not highlighting it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have the see it. So if you print this just without assigning, let's just print this out. Let's see the value. As you can see, just print it out. But how about if I just put this into square? I mean, in a, oh, as you can see, list of list. Okay, then how about if I change upper? Why? So whenever, yeah, because I didn't finish upper. As you can see, I got list of list. Okay, why not slicing the first three, and it will be the country code, right? Yep. So as you can see, this Finn and Sui and Nor, Dane, yeah. So maybe if you're interested to know the length of the country. Yep. So as you can see now, we managed to create list of this. Sometimes when it's hard to read like this, did I tell you that to import the pretty print? Yeah, now you know how to print. From pprint, import pretty print. And you can use pretty print only with a list and maybe with dictionary. That makes it sense good. Now have you seen, it's really pretty to look at, right? Yeah, data related to Sweden, I mean data related to Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Iceland. Yep. Oh yeah, I hope you got a very good understanding of list comprehension. You can even take it further. This is the end of our fundamental of Python course. I don't think it's easy to understand everything in one go, and I strongly recommend you to go back to the first video, the first week, and go step by step, watching it, revising it, coding by just following the video. That will help you to digest the information and the topic, and that will help you to master. And I will see you in the advanced Python and data analysis with Python, and also with the other upcoming courses. Yep, great.